welcome back to Wand and Crown. This is our first episode of 2026. I'm Haley, that's Keeley, and today's episode is going to be about traveling to theme parks with your toddlers. I'm going to be deferring a lot to Keeley on this because I'm a childless millennial and I'm just along for the ride when my friends bring their kids along.
I was gonna say, but you've done trips with toddlers, but just you get the fun parts.
Yeah, I get to go back to my room and sleep in peace and serenity.
This is not that bad.
And I don't have to change poopy diapers. It's wonderful.
Yeah, that does happen. That's pretty consistent. Yeah. All right, so we'll just dive in. So we've now done 2 trips. Since having Lucas. He's almost 2. And so we've done, we've only gone to Orlando essentially. So we already did our Utopia of the Seas review. That was his first trip. Our first trip, it was a lot. It was a hot mess, at least on the way there, because it's just a big effect. Yes, it's a big adjustment, and like even if you're still like mentally prepared, like still going through like TSA, we have pre-check, and I'll touch on that in a second, but even having pre-check, like it's still overwhelming. It's still just a lot. And it comes off as really intimidating, but like after we did it for the first time, we just kept saying the whole time, like heading back to the airport, we're like, we've already done it once. We've already ripped the Band-Aid off. We're not going to experience this. We're not going to experience the first time a second time. It's already happened. Yeah. And I think kind of reframing it that way really helped us, because when we got back to Orlando, I was like, this is a breeze. And even the second flight, or like their second trip now, was really easy too, just because we were like, we've already done it. Like, yeah. And
anything brand new is going to be hard for the very first time.
Exactly.
Self-grace.
Exactly. That, and then also screw what other people are worried about. If they're trying to rush through TSA, that's not my problem. I'm sorry. If you're trying to rush through TSA, you should have gotten here earlier. Like, that was the issue I was having, is when I travel by myself, I'm so like conscious of what everybody else is doing, and I don't want to inconvenience anybody. But now I'm like, no, I have a kid. Like, you can be a slightly, I don't even want to say inconvenience, but you can be held up for 10 seconds because I got a little gremlin with me. Like, you'll be fine. And I had to do that for the second trip, and that helped to go even better, because I'm like, I cannot worry about what you people are doing.
Yeah, you can't control other people's opinions.
No. And we went around Christmas time, so it was very busy, at least at Orlando, which when is it not busy there, but busier than normal. So it was even better the second time, but still, you just have to, and that's for the whole thing, just mentally have to prepare yourself for like, you're doing the same thing you do every day, but on vacation.
Yeah. So you would recommend pre-check, or if not, getting there even a little bit earlier than you normally would?
Yeah, so I think we got back to Orlando. So our home airport's BWI. That airport's a breeze. Like, that's not even, I'm usually holding the line, I'm trying to dig my ID out. Like, it's bad. Orlando, I want to say, so we took Superstar Shuttle back to the airport from Universal, because we did Disney and then Universal. And we probably got there about 3 hours early.
Yeah.
And that was enough time. And that's what we normally, like, even when you and I go, we usually, because we're usually.
Star and Mears tends to do, because they don't want you to miss their flight.
Exactly. Exactly. And so, like, having TSA pre-check, like, I always recommend it. Like, even if I, like, when I travel by, I got it after Cody and I were married, because I wanted to wait till my name changed, because I didn't want to have to deal with that nonsense.
Yeah.
But I had it before having Lucas, and it was great then, just when I was traveling by myself. And now it's even better, because you don't have to worry about, I think they got rid of the shoes, taking shoes off. Did that stop for regular, for standby, whatever?
Answer to that, because I have had global entry since I was 18.
Okay, well, yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I heard they stopped that. But anyway, even if they didn't, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about the liquids, electronics.
Yeah.
You just shove your bags through. We have a travel stroller that we collapse. We walk through that. I go through the just the regular scanner. See, I don't do that because I have Lucas with me. I can't.
Okay.
So I would just walk through the, like, whatever the one is, like the regular scanner. Yeah. So having pre-check is so much easier because it's removing all those extra components. So like I said, even like not having Lucas, I recommend it, but like when you have a kid, it just makes it that much easier.
There's so much extra stuff with kids that you would have to take out.
Yep.
Formula, any creams they have to have.
Yep.
Stuff.
And I will say we took
Monitor.
We took the shelf stable milk that we got. Because when we left from the cruise, we had like 10 things of it, like containers. And I'm like, I'm not dealing with that. When we left Disney and Universal, we had like 2. I'm like, I'm gonna bring them with. I want to see what happens. They didn't say anything.
Okay.
So, and it was 2, 8-ounce little containers. And I think because they saw that we had a child, we're not bringing like an entire case of it with us. We have 2 small containers. It went well. I know, and I looked it up beforehand, like, can you bring it? It's like, yeah, for little kids, I know breast milk's a whole thing. That's the other recommendation is always, I check TSA for the most random stuff. Like, I will fly with things. I will sure to fly with things. And then one time I'll be like fingernail clippers. Every once in a while, I just Google it just to check that I can bring them with me on a carry-on. I don't know what that is.
Before, but like maybe they've changed the law since before.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe like now they've deemed that they're dangerous. I don't know. So I'm always randomly checking.
Who knows?
Yeah. So I'm just like, whatever. So yeah, I also recommend that too. If you're bringing anything like milk, breast milk, formula, any of that, just check TSA's website. I also recommend, I know Carly that you and I both follow. Print out their guidelines, print that out, take it with you just in case you have issues. You can be like, well, here as of this date, this was your policy, especially breast milk or like formula. It's either expensive or like that's your hard work right there. Nope, let me take it through.
Yeah.
So that's always my recommendation for getting through TSA.
Now, what's your other side of TSA?
So, okay, so
because you were there 3 hours ahead of time, so that's a lot of time to entertain a toddler.
Now, okay, so I will say Orlando, we were in line for TSA. It probably took us an hour to get through. Like it was long. It was long. So once we got through, it wasn't bad. We let him run around a little bit. He was also so tired. It was late at night. We got food. We entertained. We're not tablet people, but like we'll break out the phone sometimes and put Miss Rachel on like in a pinch. Like there's no rules when you're traveling.
No.
So we did that. And I will say at BWI, before pre-check, and this is why it worked with us, they have an observation deck where you can watch the planes taking off. And right now we are very much in our plane obsession stage. Yeah, we're hitting all the normal boy milestones. It's wild to watch it. Like they just gravitate towards it. It's hysterical. So they had like a little small like play area. So we let him run around there beforehand, and that helped with the flight on the way down there because he was tired. We also planned both of our flights around nap time and bedtime. Smart. Which we got lucky. That's if it makes sense, if it lines up, if you can do it, I would recommend because he slept on every single flight that we've been on with him because it was timed with nap time or bedtime.
Because he was used to it, like his internal motivators.
Yep. And we're so busy like leading up to it too. And that's the thing is like we usually aren't letting him just sit there and like just sit. Like we're like, go run over, like we're gonna chase you. We're gonna be tired too, but like I'd rather
overactive toddler on a flight.
Yeah, I'd rather chase you around right now and be sweaty than have you screaming on the flight, like 100%. So those are my recommendations for the airport is TSA pre-check and then let them run around and like obviously within reason and get that energy out beforehand because
that makes sense. Snacks, flights and all that too. Did you pack any sorts of snacks?
Yeah, because our kid eats like a linebacker. Snacks, just water for him. I didn't worry about milk on the way down there. Like I said, even on the way back, it was like before bedtime. I think we gave him milk when we were we like stopped and got McDonald's and gave him milk like when we were waiting. Same as me with diaper changes right before we get on the plane. He's got fresh diaper on. Have not had a poop yet on the plane. That's TMI, so I can't speak to changing on. I know. Well, hopefully next time we fly, we won't have to worry about diapers. We'll see. So I can't speak to navigating changing a baby on a plane because I have not had to do that. And again, we've only done short flights. So yeah, snacks, toys, because he sleeps. I'm like, I don't.
But it can't hurt to bring like a.
Oh yeah, I always do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always do. We always have a bag, like one of his small little bags of stuff. He'll watch stuff on like Cody's iPad, like anime or whatever he's watching. He'll watch it with him on silent. Like Cody does have his AirPods in. He does not care. And I'm like, you know what? Great. Love it. Love to see it. So yeah.
He just likes the pretty colors.
Yeah. He's like, I don't care I can't understand it anyway. So yeah.
Good point. Good point.
Yep. So once we got to theme parks, so Disney first, and then we obviously just kind of took everything with us to Universal. I mean, you know too, I love a good Instacart. I don't Instacart when I'm at home, DoorDash, any of that. I can't justify paying for it. Disney, because we're on vacation. There's no rules. There's no budget. Money doesn't matter.
And don't have a car.
Yeah, you can't, you don't, there's no flexibility. And like, yeah, I could Uber, but I might as well just pay the same price as the Uber and have someone bring it to my resort and I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
So what we did this time around, and this is also, I think, because I don't use DoorDash and all that at home, I didn't think about the fact that there might need to be substitutes. So I had our delivery scheduled for like around when we landed. So when they were shopping, we were up in the air.
Yeah.
And I think I told you and Brooke about this because I had like some service on Wi-Fi. Like we were able to get the diapers from Target, but some of the other stuff was out of stock. I couldn't get replacements. The diapers were the only thing I was concerned about, obviously.
Milk and stuff you can get other places.
I like Amazon some stuff, or I'm like, it's not dire if we don't have these specific snacks. Like we'll buy, the kid lived off Mickey pretzels for a week. Like he was fine. So, but like we ended up Amazoning some stuff later on because I needed like my AirTag battery started dying while we were flying down there. So I had to like get a replacement because it kept chirping. And I'm like, all right, well, I might as well do that, get some pouches, some snacks.
Yeah.
Whatever. So that's another option too, is Amazon. You can Amazon stuff to the resort. So we only packed like a dozen diapers for the way down, just in the instance what I thought was going to happen where they couldn't get them. They didn't have a size. We used Millie Moon, which is specifically only sold at Target. So that backs us into a little bit of a corner. But we were able to get them, and we only went through one sleeve of them because again we brought some with us, and we brought over just a few overnight diapers with us. We flew home, we threw them in the stroller bag on the way home because we didn't have space for them. Yeah, and I'm like, they're diapers. They're gonna be in that bag. That bag gets ripped, we're gonna have bigger issues, and we'll get reimbursed for the diapers and the stroller and the bag. So so yeah, we did like some shelf stable milk, which we did on the cruise. We got that from Costco. That was really great because we had it in the room. We like took it in the parks. We would get it just gave us more flexibility.
Yeah. Because I mean, like most of the quick service restaurants and everything do have milk, but then you're paying $4 for something that you could be paying 50 cents for.
Exactly. Or like if we were
you're in the middle of a line when he suddenly wants it.
Exactly. In the mornings, we didn't want to have to rush down to quick serve and grab it, or like, no, you have to wait. Like usually when he wakes up here, he gets it like as soon as he wakes up, he's like ready to go. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, same thing there. Like while we were getting ready, that kind of kept him busy for 5 minutes. He sucks it down. Kid, I say he eats like a linebacker. So highly recommend that. I will say too, Disney does charge a delivery fee. Now, this is only if you have them deliver it to your room.
Okay.
Normally,
so from Bell Services, you're fine, but if they take it from there to you.
Yes, and this is something that I actually don't know that this is new or not, because I've always been able to use the luggage carts.
Yeah.
Beach Club wouldn't let us. They said we couldn't use it. So I just had them bring up, and we ordered a lot, a case of water, diapers, milk, bananas, snacks, pouch, like it was a bunch of stuff. And I'm like, I'll pay the $6. Like, it's fine. I'm not going to make Cody do 20 trips.
It's just, what if you had just put your bag on one of them and then just use the rest of the cart for the...
Well, we'd asked them when we checked in, we're like, do you guys have, because the wheels on one of our suitcases, of course, stopped working. Like after we were, like the morning we left, it stopped working. I'm like, of course. And we'd asked them, they're like, no, like only we can use them. And I'm like,
I bet that's because they don't want people hoarding them.
It's gotta be because
Yeah.
every other resort, Disney resort I've been to and Universal, I've been able to use them freely.
Yeah. I'm sure they've probably had an issue with people taking them and keeping them in the room and then refusing housekeeping for whatever reason. And
Yeah, it's something
they've got,
funky.
yeah. And
Yeah,
that's a big resort. Like it's deceptively big.
it is huge. Like it took us a while. Our room was far. It was never unmanageable. Like it never. I feel like even when we stayed at Boardwalk some night, like a
You
few of the
kept
days were like,
going
oh
for
my god, our feet are
far
gonna die. We're so far.
Yeah.
But like Beach Club, I felt like was probably the same distance, and it didn't feel as far for some reason.
Hmm.
I don't know. Probably because I was chasing a small child every morning and every night.
Yeah.
So I was focused on that. So yeah, so that's one thing is like, it Cody would have had to probably do like 4 trips. Like when we brought our luggage
Yeah.
down, I think he had to do like
$6 worth
3 trips. Yeah, it was a lot. So I'm like, it's worth $6. And that way too, we had snacks in the room, we had snacks to go, we had like we didn't like you said, don't have to stop and buy something, again, we did buy Mickey pretzels, but like
and it's stuff that you know that he likes. So
yep.
if for whatever reason he suddenly becomes the pickiest eater alive, you've got like that's not gonna happen with your kid. But
Well, it did. It did. We're
okay,
getting there. He's getting opinions now. He's now getting opinions. I don't know where he gets that from. Um, I know it's a shock. It's totally
shock.
baffling. Um,
Certainly not from Cody.
no, it's 100% from Cody. It's definitely not from me. Um, but yeah, like that was the thing. There's like some days, like we were at Flame Tree Barbecue one day, and I think we got him some mac and cheese, and he wanted nothing to do with it. And I'm like, all right, well, here's some like
Fine, I'll take it.
I know. I'm like, here's some goldfish, then fine. Like the first 2 days I don't want to say we made that mistake, but like we would get him a meal because I'm like, oh, he'll probably eat, and he didn't. And I think because it was new place and all that, I think that's
Yeah,
part of it. So like we gave him snacks, we gave him fruits, and he ate most of it, that stuff. But it was just like, and again, rules go out the window. I'm not worried about him eating a fully balanced meal when we're in Disney because I'm not.
as
Like,
long as he eats, that's what matters.
as long as he eats, he doesn't seem grumpy, it's fine for a few days. And it was leading up to Christmas. So we were already in like that like chaotic state. So I'm like,
Yeah, he'll go back to eating normal food when he gets home.
exactly. It's vacation. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, the grocery delivery, even more of a big fan of it now after doing with a toddler. I think it's great. And like I said, if you miss something, Amazon it. Because most people have Prime, you can get it in 2 days or whatever. I think we end up paying the $2.99 because God forbid it come like the next day.
Yeah,
So
whatever. Did you get those throwaway placemats in
yeah.
because you use those during the summit trip and
Yes.
that's
So
very
we
helpful.
brought yes, we brought an entire pack with us and we left it in Cody's backpack. And that's the other thing too. We always like every morning did like a quick audit of what was in there. Like we're like, if we didn't use this, we like it left behind like sunscreen.
Yeah.
It was very chilly, so we were mostly covered most of the trip. So like we kind of like would gauge like the morning like that. But those placemats stayed in there, so we just had it because it's. I mean, we take when we go out to eat. They're just so easy to just stick on the table and then you roll it up. You don't have to worry about sanitizing the table because me.
Yeah.
But like it's so easy, and we bought like an entire pack of them. I think it was probably like $12 for like a 40 pack. Like you can't beat that. And obviously we still have them here and we use them all the time. We use the tray of his stroller too a lot for snacks because I'm like,
Well, yeah. That
yeah.
that's easy. But like those things, so for people watching who are not the two of us who haven't actually seen it in action, it's just plastic. It's like that kind of plastic film and it's completely sticky on the back, completely sticky, right? Across the
It's strips. So you just take
strip.
like the covering off. So like like we'll just like the
Yeah.
top one and the bottom one, and then we'll like kind of wrap it under the table.
And that's nice for the cast members too, because you like his mess is mostly confined to that and you just
It's just on the floor at that
pick
point.
it up
Yeah.
and throw it. Well, yeah, but like
But
half
nothing on the
the
table.
yeah, it's not all over the table. And you
Yeah.
can clean up some of it. So that's nice for them too.
And there's like animals on it and alphabets, and like it's something to
Yeah.
like kind of distract him with too. Like we'll always say, like, where's the elephant? Where's the bear? Where's the zebra? I don't know. And like it's just like buys us like 5 minutes of like getting his food ready or whatever we're doing. So highly recommend them for traveling or just restaurants in general with toddlers because
Ooh, restaurants in general, that's smart. I didn't think about that.
I always have at least 2 of them in our diaper bag, always. Because they're so, like, they're so nice. Yeah, that's like my number one, like, little quick tip is take the reusable placemats, even when they're older.
All right.
Like, it's just
Yeah.
easier.
It's nice for the waiter or waitresses to not have that extra toddler mess to deal with.
Kids are messy. They're
Kids,
gross.
of course, that's my nephew went to Disneyland this weekend, and my friend sent me a picture or video of him just like straight pouring salt into the drink, and I'm like, yep, that's kids for you. We were doing that well into middle school, so at least he's getting a head start.
Oh my God. Yeah, they'll just, as long as it's making them happy and it's not hurting anybody and it's not making a mess.
Yep.
A mess that anybody else has to worry about.
Yeah.
Go for it. Go for it. Yeah. Kids are insane. Which kind of leads me to my next thing, because I am insane when I go to Disney. I
Getting out everything.
maybe plan to do everything and do too much. Don't do that when you have a toddler. You can't. You can't. You can't.
You can't, and you can't go like even hour by hour, really. Like, you can make a plan, doesn't mean you're going to stick to it.
You can make a plan, just be okay with it changing. And that was our thing, was we had our days were super flexible. Now, our friends that went with us, they didn't even stay at the same resort as us. Like, we stayed at Beach Club and then they stayed at Pop. So, like, adjacent Skyliner.
Yeah.
So, like, they would get there early because their girls are older. So I'm like, y'all go ahead. We'll meet you there. Like, I think they got to Magic Kingdom one morning at like 6 in the morning. I'm like, no. Like, if he's up, we're gonna start getting ready. But like, I'm not gonna wake him up because he's out of his routine. We're doing a lot.
Yeah.
We let him sleep. Of course, he was up at like 6 o'clock every single morning, or 6:30, which was fine. But like, we let him dictate that wake up schedule because I didn't want to wake him up early.
Yeah, and then he'll have more energy for the day.
Exactly. And like, I wasn't like, we need to get on every single ride. It was like, what stuff's he gonna like? What stuff are we gonna kind of like too? But like, and this is where I always advise people 2 different paths here. For somebody who's like you and I, who go all the time, have been a million times, take your kids when they're little. They again, that whole like, they won't remember it, but I will. It's so true. It's so true. Do it.
I'm gonna remember it at that point. Like, that's Bennett just went. He's what, 2.5 something?
2.5-ish.
And that was fully for my friend. That was fully for them. I mean, like, obviously for him too. Like, he loved it, but
it's for you. And like, so if you are going for that reason, if you go a lot, go for that reason.
Yeah.
Go for that reason. Go because, like, again, I'm not sad because I didn't get to ride Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I've ridden it enough. I didn't need to ride at that time.
Yeah.
I didn't. I'm honestly, I don't really even care for the ride. It's fine, but like, I'm not upset that even if I didn't get to ride, like, I didn't get to ride Space Mountain. I didn't ride anything at Hollywood Studios. The only thing I rode there on our day was Aliens Swirling Saucers. That's the only ride we did. I didn't get to do Mickey and Minnie's. I didn't get to do Tower of Terror. And like, it's fine because I've done them all a bajillion times. What?
The one ride that you rode was, anyway.
I know. Because it was the only line that was short that like I knew he was gonna sit through and like want to deal with. And also, there's not that much for little kids at Hollywood Studios, ride-wise.
Other than that and Mickey and Minnie's.
Yeah.
Everything in Toy Story really is fine.
Not Slinky. So only 2 of the 3 rides there at Mickey and Minnie's.
Yeah. Wow.
I know. Because really, like, when you sit down and think about it.
Yeah.
And Lucas is tall. He is very, very tall for his age. Like, he's in like the 90th percentile and he still could not do a lot. But because I've been so many times, I don't care that I missed out on that.
Yeah.
Now, opposite end of that, if you've never been to Disney, wait till they're older for sure. Because you are going to go for them, you're going to go for you. But if you have the opportunity or you've been a lot, or you know you're going to go again, go when they're younger, go for you, go for everyone to experience it, but really for your own memories. If not, go when they're older so everybody will remember it.
I'd also throw in, if you see a good promotion, that would be a great time to go before they're 3.
Yeah.
Or you have to pay for them to get in, because then you get a feel for, are they going to like this later on?
Exactly. And their flights, like Lucas was a lap child the past 2 trips, so we didn't have to pay for a seat for him. We didn't have to pay for, now the cruise is a different story. We still have to pay for him on the cruise, but like Disney, we didn't have to pay for anything for him in Disney except for food that we elected to purchase, you know, or toys.
Or let him starve, you know, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, like, I could elect to let him starve too.
Dude.
God, he would have, after one day, after like an hour, he would have had a full meltdown. But yeah, so it all depends on like your specific, like, I don't want to say goals, but kind of like what or like your expectations of when you think if you think you're going to do Disney again, if you've done Disney already, like whatever, that's going to determine it. So that kind of goes hand in hand with setting your expectations. Like if you are going to go the route of you've been before or you plan on going a second time, you're not going to get, we didn't see fireworks at all, except for at the Christmas party. We didn't see Happily Ever After. I really wanted to do Fantasmic. It didn't work out. But I know we're going again. We literally had a trip planned like while we were there. So I'm like, I'm not personally worried about it.
And that goes right along with just be flexible. Like have your priorities, have a few priorities, but be realistic about if it's going to happen or not. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Don't make that be like,
don't let it ruin your trip.
Yes, exactly.
Like we did the one night it was our first night there. We were going to do Happily Ever After, but we did Starlight and all 3 kids fell asleep by the time we got to the front of the park. And I'm like, we're not gonna have them wake up and watch fireworks. Like that's so mean. And that was the same night where your dad sent you the article being like, hey, did you see the parks are at capacity or Magic Kingdom? And you're like, yeah, Keeley's there right now because they shut down the viewing for the parade. They shut down viewing for Happily Ever After. Like we could have gotten a spot, but I'm like, all 3 of these kids are sleeping. Like there's no point. So like we didn't get to see Happily Ever After. Am I sad? Yeah. Am I gonna survive? Yeah. Just means we're going back again. It's fine. Fantasmic was really that was very at the top of my list because I haven't seen that in years. But I want to do Glimmer and Greenhouses instead because that's not there year round. When we go back in June, Fantasmic's gonna be there. When we were there in December, or when we go back in June, Glimmer and Greenhouses isn't gonna be there. Yeah. So it kind of, and like I felt like Lucas would like that better. He was also getting very sleepy at that point. So like, you know, that's a little more relaxing than Fantasmic. So yeah. So it's just setting your expectations, don't overplan. Also all of this to say we have a super chill kid too. Like that's part of it is he gets it from me very clearly. He's a super chill baby who goes with the flow.
It's totally from you.
Definitely for me. So like, well, we knew he would nap in the stroller. Like we saw on the cruise, that was kind of like us testing the waters. On the cruise, we were sitting there, not like heavily drinking, obviously, but drinking, like,
and like a loud band nearby.
Loud, and he slept. And we're like, all right, Disney is going to be easy with him. And like his temperament didn't change because obviously babies' temperaments can always change, but like it did change from then to this trip. So like he would nap in the stroller. So like, you know, we did try to do a nap in the room one singular day. It was our first day. It was when he got his haircut. Refused. It was because it was new routine. It was our first day there. I get it. He fell asleep on the bus. I think I sent you guys a picture of him falling asleep on the bus, and I'm holding because he wanted to sit in his own seat, and I hold his head up like this because he was falling asleep. But
that goes right along. You gotta let them dictate everything. Sometimes you just have to let them live in the FOMO for a little bit and excite themselves to the point of nap.
And that's kind of what we did. We didn't make him be like, all right, and we're not like that at home. For as structured as a person as I am, his nap time is like a 3-hour range. It depends on what we're doing. It depends on who's here. It depends on what the day is. I don't know. We're just pretty flexible with that. So I think carrying that over into Disney worked because like we could, you know your kid, you know when they're showing signs they're sleepy, you know about when it's gonna happen. So just know your kid's cues. And like if we saw it happening, at this point we fully weaned off of Binky, but like, I mean, this was only a month ago, but like we we'd get the binky, we'd clip it on. It's the only time we would get it was during nap time. We put the fan on. If it was too hot, we have our travel stroller like fully encloses. So we'd start like getting it dark and like it was colder when we were there. So we'd make it nice and warm. And like we try to find like not super quiet, but like quieter areas. But then I have a picture of our whole group of us on the hub, and he's passed out in his stroller. We got a group picture, and he's all you see is his feet like this sticking out the bottom of the stroller, and he's passed out. Like the parade started, totally asleep. So, just you gotta, your kid, what their limitations are, what they're okay with, what they're comfortable with. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah. But that being said, like there are going to be some kids who aren't able to do that. So getting a resort that is a monorail resort or a resort that's around the Epcot Lagoon, not the Epcot, you know what I mean, like Beach Club. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, and I know it's not Seven Seas. That's the only thing I can think of.
Oh God, I'm making fun of you, and now I'm like,
yeah, you can't think of it either. Haha.
Swan it's the Dolphin. Friendship boats, but it doesn't matter.
Anyway, but like getting something like one of those, or if you're going to be spending a lot of time at Animal Kingdom, more time there than at any of the other parks, then you might want to look at getting a room at Animal Kingdom Lodge. If you think your kid is one that cannot fall asleep in the midst of all that chaos, that needs to go back to the room, find a resort that's closer to the parks that you think you're going to be staying around. And especially and even if it's not closer to one of the resorts or to one of the parks you're staying, something on property.
Yes, for sure.
So much easier to get to and take a nap than the Holiday Inn on I-4.
I have clients that are staying off property and they have 2 younger kids and they ask about nap time. I'm like, honestly, I would bake in an hour each way.
Yeah.
To get back to your car, make sure you save your parking ticket because you're going to have to pay for parking if you lose it again. By the time you get back, so I'm like, you're going to probably be spending, depending on how long, say your kids take a 2-hour nap or they don't nap at the same time, you're spending easily, if they take a 2-hour nap, you're spending 4 hours of your day getting to your resort, napping, and then getting back. So,
whereas if you stay on property, barring some wild transportation, it's not going to be that. They fall asleep on the bus and you just
and we did that. He fell. I'm trying to think. This kid's, I'm pretty sure, slept on every mode of transportation at this point. He's definitely slept. I don't think a boat. I think that's the only one he slept on. The Skyliner. He has slept on the monorail and he has slept on the Skyliner all on this trip. Because he just, and all of those too, we didn't have to, except for the bus, we didn't have to fold the stroller up.
Yeah.
So that helped. But even on the bus, when we left Grand Floridian and we're going over to Disney Springs, I just carried him. He was so tired. I carried him and somebody gave me their seat and he slept on me the entire bus ride. Like just so tired. So I have a really cute picture. It was Chip or Dale. I think it may have been Dale.
I can't tell them apart. So,
but the nose. I know, but I can't. I can't remember which one it was. Chip has a brown nose because like a chocolate chip.
They both look brown to me. Sorry.
No, Dale his is more of like a reddish brown. It's like a lighter reddish brown, like an auburn.
My brain cannot tell the difference between that.
Okay. We'll have to look that up afterwards. I don't have anything
afterwards.
I'm literally looking. Okay, well, I don't have anything Chip and Dale. I have a keychain, but that's in my purse. Actually, it's in my room.
I can see it.
In person, it's obvious.
Yeah, that's actually really obvious.
Yeah. I fear it is.
Okay, but see, in my defense, the brown looks black and the red looks brown. Anyway, we'll talk about this later. I'll send it.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to go get you a color test. But anyway, there's an obvious difference. I don't know what to tell you.
There's an obvious difference.
But I don't know. But okay, well, I don't know what colors you're talking about.
Dark brown versus a reddish brown.
Like an auburn, yeah.
Yeah. But
that's what I said.
If I'm looking at it, I look at the dark brown and I think that it's black.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway.
Let's go back to our regularly scheduled program.
Anyway, one of them came up to my sleeping child. No, we got like a really cute picture and it was very cute. And then yeah, I carried him, but I didn't even know what we were talking about. That was really bad.
Naps.
Yeah, but anyway.
But
Yeah, I
that
don't know why we went
character interactions too. That we're gonna go right back all the way again around to all the way around again to setting your expectations.
yes. Because you,
especially if you don't know, if you haven't met anything yet.
and not only that, I was thinking about this earlier. So yes, that's what I was gonna say was like, like even if you've like haven't met any characters before, if you have, like, you kind of already know. I agree with that, but they're in a new environment.
Yeah.
You're on vacation. It's a lot. So they might have a different reaction than what you've seen previously too.
They might have a different interaction day to day. Like I went with oh my God. I went with friends and now I can't remember their kid's name. Josie.
I thought you were about to say Bennett. I was like,
no,
girl.
I know. I went with my friend.
You got his shirt on right now.
And their 2 kids. Bennett was freshly one. Didn't like, he was excited but didn't really care.
He was excited just to see the world.
Different person, like character to character. She even like, we went to the princesses lunch at Akershus, and it was first character amazing. She loved her. Everyone else she was hiding, and it wasn't, and like that included some of her favorite princesses. And like, and then 20 minutes later she was saying hi to Moana. So like, yeah,
we love Goofy here. Love Goofy.
Yeah,
want nothing to do with him. Could have cared less. Like, just
he's too big.
And that was that was our first character too, because he was meeting at Animal Kingdom by the train to
conservation.
Yes, conservation station. Yes. And there was nobody. There was like one family in front of us already meeting him. He was like, and he like, if I was with him, which I obviously was every time, like he was our Cody or I was with him, he was fine. He was like, okay. He loved saying bye to everybody because it meant they were leaving. Really? That's what I was joked. I'm like, yeah, like he wants to say bye because he knows you're leaving now. Like that's, but like Goofy, we kind of cared about. We did Chef Mickey's. He cared about Goofy a little there more, but he did better with Donald and Minnie, and he never really doesn't show interest in them. I know. He liked, I think it was Chip at Magic Kingdom, was just walking around, came up, hugged him. It was a whole great interaction. Stitch he loved, and that was the last day of the trip. It took him that long, I think, to warm up, and then he loved the Grinch. Like, of course, hated the Who's, wanted me mugging them, everything during breakfast. Loved the Grinch. So I just think, yeah, it's so like that's why like I'm glad we did one character breakfast. I think we might do another one. I also, my favorite meal is breakfast, so like I think you might try to do like Tusker House or Topolino's because I like the food there, and that way
you'll also get like a better bang for your buck.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, every other meal, because every other meal goes up to like $80. I'm like,
yeah. And that's the thing too. While your kid might be free, like we still spent probably like $140 on breakfast for Cody and I, for Lucas to be like, which I'm glad we did. And that's the thing is, I don't want to say we regret doing it, but like probably won't do that again. But like Tusker House, I want to try because again, I like the food there. Same with Topolino's, like, and there just happens to be characters there. And just pick one and do it. And we never did character dining growing up ever. That was never a thing for us. We never did sit downs ever when we went to Disney. So like I don't care about them. So
that's, my dad always used to try to get us into it. But like by the time that we started going regularly, we were probably past the age for that to be like exciting.
Yeah.
And I had, I'm sure, undiagnosed anxiety at that point in my life. Diagnosed now. So like meeting characters and in an unfamiliar situation, it was like, I don't know.
You and I still do that when we meet face characters. We're like, what do we say to these people?
Face characters, I don't know what the heck to do with, because I look at them, I'm like, I know you are an actual human being. And I can see that.
Who was it that you and I met? It was a face character. And we're like, what do we say to them? I feel
But when they've like got the mascot head on, I'm like, okay, I can pretend.
High five. Yeah, like let's
I can get with this.
but don't talk to me. Oh my God, that reminds me. When Lauren and I during the Halloween party, what, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, when you were on Tron, Lauren and I went to go meet Belle.
Yeah.
And Lauren was literally having to be like, Keeley loves to read. Like, I'm like a 5-year-old. She goes, Keeley loves to, Keeley's pregnant. And Belle's like, oh my goodness. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Lauren's having to like walk me through, and I'm like, I just want a picture. Like, I want to talk to you. So that's why I'm like,
I understand kids not enjoying it as well.
yeah, so I get that. And I think like, and that's not to say that the characters don't do a great job, because they do. It's truly just adults having that like lack of like whimsy, I think, that just shuts us down. Whereas I feel like kids that can still be there, and the attendance, honestly, they will make or break it sometimes, the interaction. I'm not saying break it, but like, like I've gone where like the attendance, I'm like, that was phenomenal. Like the one we have for Stitch, phenomenal, great. And I think that helped too.
I do also think like character dining experiences in general are a good way, if you know your kids want to meet a certain character or are good with characters, either or both.
Yep.
Dining character experiences are a great way to make sure that they will get to meet that character, because
you're not waiting in the 30, 40, 50 minute line.
Third line.
Yeah. And you're paying for the experience, but you're also getting food.
Yes, exactly. And they will like, once they've done their rounds, someone will come around and be like, okay, have you seen everyone? Like,
yeah.
And if you haven't, they will make sure that that person comes back over to your table.
Yes, and that sort of happened with us at Chef Mickey's. Like, we went to go get our food, and we came back, and the characters were there. So it was a cluster, because we got 3 kids, and we're trying to like get our food down, and like they're getting hungry, so they're grumpy, but they want to meet them, and we're trying to get the pictures. And like it just was so bad that like our waitress, she came back over. She goes, "Do you want me to bring them back over?" And we were like, "Yes, please." And they did. They came back over, and we got like a second, like we got like a do-over, which was worth it to me, because it was such chaos. And again, it's also because you're doing a buffet one, so it's a little different. Like Topley knows you're doing a seated one where you're not getting up and down and up and down and up and down.
Yeah.
So,
but even when we went to
Cape May.
I was going to say Cape May, and I was thinking that was the entirely wrong name. I don't know. Even when we went to Cape May, they did that. They made sure, and that was 3 adult women. They made sure they came over and were like,
at like 7:30 in the morning. Or it was 7. It was super early because we had Summit. God. Yeah, that was interesting.
So we basically were children at that point.
Yes. Well, I told Goofy, I'm like, you're my son's favorite. I'm like, this is fine. This is normal for adults to be doing this. One other thing too to note when you're in the parks is that all the parks have baby care centers in them.
In the Disney parks and Universal, or just one or the other?
Universal, they have. So funny enough, I've been to the first aid at Universal multiple times. Blisters, motion sickness, headaches, all that kind of stuff. I've never actually, that I can recall, been to first aid in Disney.
I haven't either.
I think the first aid centers at Universal are all encompassing.
Okay.
I think they do have like private rooms in there, so I think that acts as the baby care center.
Whereas Disney has, obviously, it's more geared towards families with kids, so.
Yes. Yeah. So I popped my head into all 4 of them just to like get a feel for it. Yeah, Animal Kingdoms was the smallest, but like nobody was in there. So like I was able to walk around and get like some really good videos and stuff, and just look, they have everything: microwaves, bottle warmers, diaper genies, changing pads, cribs, nursing rooms, diapers, sunscreen, swimming diapers, Motrin, Tyler, like anything you could think of that like a baby to like a small child would need, they have there. Obviously for purchase, like the products, but
they're kind of out of the way too. I hid there in a thunderstorm once.
Yeah, it's behind Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yes, it's behind Starbucks, and I think that's why the one at Epcot, whoo, that thing was crowded. That one was really crowded. That's by Oh gosh, what is that?
By Spaceship Earth, isn't it?
No, no, no,
Oh.
no. It's by the Figment 50th statue where they had Santa Goofy.
Odyssey?
Yes, thank you. Yes. It's back there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Magic Kingdoms is behind Casey's.
Right up front.
Yes, and that one was busy-ish. Epcot's literally was slammed. It was wild. And then Hollywood Studios, you actually have to go into customer service, but you tell them you're going to the baby center and you hang to the left.
Huh.
So that's literally as soon as you walk in the park. So, because I did like cut in front of everybody, and I'm like, I'm not cutting. I'm just going to the baby center to go look. I promise. But yeah, it's good to have that because it's like if you forget something, whereas like the panic I was having about the cruise with Royal Caribbean, like what if we forget because they don't have diapers, they don't have that stuff. Disney does. And again, you're on land, so like you can order stuff too. But like if you are in the park and you need something, they got it. Or they will get it. They will somehow get it to you. Universal, I don't know that I have that confidence in them, but also like they're not as kid friendly. I don't say kid friendly, but like
they're geared towards a higher age of kids. They're not necessarily geared towards toddlers.
Yes, because when we went, we did
Seuss Landing.
Yep, we did Seuss, so that's all we could do. Oh, and one fish, two fish. We could not do Cat in the Hat. He was 1 inch too short for any of that stuff. Roller coaster, 1 inch too short. Pteranodon Flyers, we got a little certificate. So if when we go back in June, they measured them. They said, bring this back, and they're like, we'll have you go in the exit line. Now, if he's gonna want to do that at 2.5-ish, I don't know because it might still be too scary for him.
Yeah,
but if not, we have it. But yeah, he was 1 inch too short to do probably another 20% of the rides. So he really could do like maybe 10% of the rides. The only thing I rode was Mommy when we went the 2 days.
The Cat in the Hat would have a height.
36 inches. Yep. And he's 35. He was 35. He's probably 36 now.
It's just a whatever.
Well, you saw when I went when I was pregnant. It was the same thing. I could do like nothing. I mean, okay. And again, I say that like I could have gotten one if I wanted to. Like the trolley high
you did that.
That one. I don't think you're supposed to do that when you're pregnant, but I'm like, I know the ride, like it's fine with it. But yeah, you can't fake a kid's height. And don't fake a kid's height. Don't do that. Don't do that.
The ride height limits are there.
Is there, I know we've said it before. It's there for a reason.
Their safety.
Yeah.
That's why put them in like boosters or like don't do it.
He was 1 inch too short. Could we have done that? Yeah. Did I? No, thank you. I don't want to, 1, get in trouble. 2, well, okay, I should say 1, I don't want my kid to get hurt. 2, I don't want to get in trouble. It was not listed in order of importance. I thought my kid not getting hurt was obvious. It's fine. But yeah, so it's like over there, yeah, they're not as accommodating. The other thing that I noticed, and Meredith had mentioned this too with wheelchairs, like it's not as much stroller parking either, whereas Disney, like you turn around and you see 10 stroller parking lots.
Yeah.
Like legit parking lots. Whereas at Universal, it's like, oh, behind that trash can over there is the stroller parking.
You mentioned that earlier. I was like, I don't know that I can think of even seeing any stroller lots. And we had to park ours for when we did breakfast with the Grinch. That was like our first morning in the park. And they're like, where? And I was like, I looked at her and I go, I literally have an AP and I'm here all the time. I'm like, where's the stroller parking? Because this is our first time bringing a stroller here. Whereas Disney, you can't help but notice it because there's so many. Yeah. And there's like literally people whose job it is to like maintain these stroller parking lots. Universal, it's not. There's still some, like you'll see them, but it's just not as like intuitive, I guess, to find them. So yeah, I would not recommend doing Universal with a little kid. Like again, he was almost 2 when we went. We only went because 1, we have annual passes. 2, I really wanted to do breakfast with the Grinch. And 3, that was like my 5th trip there this year. Like you go all the time.
Yeah. I went and literally, like I said, I rode Mommy. That was the only ride I ride. I still had a great time. So I wouldn't recommend going there with a little kid just because, again, if it's your first time or whatever, but
you're not going to be able to do a whole lot.
You're not. And I don't want to say it's going to be a waste of money, but they're free. Now here's the other thing too, is if you really want to go, you have been and you want to do the child swap, you can.
Yes. Yeah, if you're not going for them.
And that's the thing. If we would have been staying at a premier resort, which we stayed at Sapphire Falls, so we would have stayed premier and had express, we probably would have done that paired with child swap. But we had already it was such a big trip already that I'm like, I'm not adding an extra cost onto it. But that's always an option too. And again, he was almost tall enough to do stuff. So, but that's why when we go again, he'll be able to do some more stuff.
Yeah.
So, also to add to that, one more other thing too to think about, because this was something that I struggled with, was figuring out ride situations. Because when we go, we Uber.
Okay.
I don't trust
parks.
Yeah, between Universal and Disney, or even from the airport sometimes, or back to the airport, instead of using their shuttles, will Uber. I don't trust random people on Uber with car seats. I don't know if they've been in an accident. I don't trust it. And two, it's really hard to find an Uber with car seat.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So we paid for a shuttle to come get us and took us from Disney Universal, or not paid a shuttle, but a van, it's a company we use. Great, perfect. They had a car seat. We used them for the cruise. 100% recommend them. We also on our first night there, it was the only night we really had bad rain. We were going to go to Disney Springs, met our friends at Caribbean Beach because we were all on the Skyliner route. So we met kind of in the middle. Torrential downpour, lobbies flooding, Skyliner shut down, thunderstorms. It was getting late. We were tired. We took a minivan. We splurged a little bit. It was such a nice little experience to be able to do. And they had the car seat set up for us. They picked us up. They dropped us off right at the front of Beach Club. It was just like I said, it was maybe maybe an extra $10 than what we would have spent on a regular Uber. Which I wanted to get back to the resort. It wasn't like we had an option.
Yeah.
So, and our friends, they split it with their parents, so they paid probably $10 each.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's another thing to think about when you're moving between parks, is how you're getting to and from, unless if you have a travel booster seat, which we don't, and that can be a little bit of an investment.
But also, who wants to carry that with them?
That too,
it's
especially
nice not have that extra thing to bring with you.
Exactly. And if they're still lap sitting on the airplane, now you got to check that. You got to check the stroller. You got to gate check all this stuff. And really, they tell you not to gate check car seats because it's the same. It could be the same as it getting in a car accident with the way they toss things. It's just, there's too many variables for me to feel comfortable. Now, if he had his own seat and we were going to take a travel booster seat, that would be different because he would have sat in that on the plane in the seat. It would have been fully with us. But still an extra thing to worry about.
Yep.
So, all right, I think that was everything on my list. I think it was all the stuff we experienced. I think the biggest thing is be flexible.
Yeah, that is the theme.
And know your kid.
Toddlers is know your child and be flexible for everything. Make plans, but allow those plans to change.
Yeah. And that's what happened with us. We had a Beacon Barrel reservation. We canceled it right before the 2-hour mark because we're we'd rather go see Glimmer and Greenhouses. I wanted to go see Phantasmic, and we're nope, Glimmer and Greenhouses, complete 180 of what we were going to do. Because we started to think, is it going to be fun sitting in a bar that we have 45 minutes with 3 little kids? No. No, that sounds terrible. Now that we're here and thinking about it, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just know what you want to do, but know that everything is going to have to possibly be a compromise.
Yeah.
All in all.
And have fun.
Yes. I would recommend, but also know your kid, because I might not recommend if I know your kid.
Pack your patience panties.
Oh, for sure. But that's also just part of being a parent. I have no patience except when it comes to Lucas.
I'm speaking for the aunts and uncles. Pack your patience panties.
Oh yeah, because y'all don't have to deal with that on a daily basis. Yeah, at this point I'm you know what, dude, do what you got to do. I'll just sit here and wait it out. Yeah, but yeah.
All right. Well, if anyone has any more tips that we didn't think of, please leave them in the comments.
Yeah.
Because we're always welcome to learning more. And let us know what your favorite tip was if you don't have any more. And we will see you next time on our next episode of Wand and Crown.
Yay!
Bye.